You're listening to Australia's national youth radio station, Triple J. For more info, go to triplej.net.au.
Hello.
Hang on, keep talking.
Mental. I had a couple of cheeky dogs licking at my spatula.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Hang on a second.
Very careful what you say now.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis.
We'd be in trouble.
Would we?
This takes the cake.
I want you to look at my bum. I mean, you know what we could do? What are you doing?
It wasn't that bad.
I've digressed with silly. What else is
She
there?
could turn you over.
That's what you'd find.
Brace yourself, it's Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis on Triple J.
Look out, it's day 2.
Brace yourself. I didn't hear that yesterday.
Brace yourself.
Brace yourself.
With ocky straps and just you tie yourself down to the chair. That kind of stuff. Apparently, we're violent. Get ready for the onslaught.
Indeed.
How are you, international man of comedy, Ross Noble?
Hello. How are you?
I'm
Lovely lady of the land of Oz.
Oh, it started. We are set for a very big day today.
Oh, today is going to be it's a juggernaut.
It's Pants Around Australia Day. We're
It
going
is
to launch
indeed.
it.
You know, I like the idea that people kind of maybe don't know what Pants Around Australia is. In fact, we didn't know, strictly speaking, until about 10 minutes ago.
I'm still slightly hazy, but I'm sure that I'll grasp
I
it.
thought you were going to say slightly fearful. Slightly fearful.
No,
of
I'm not
Pants
afraid of
Around
the pants. They're
Australia.
the pants of peace. They're
They
nothing
are.
to be feared.
Yeah, don't go thinking we're sending pants off to do evil.
They're to be loved. We've got Pants Around Australia. We're
I
going
wish
to
we
explain
could do that, though. What a great feature that would be on the radio.
What's that?
Evil pants.
Evil pants.
Evil pants possess the voodoo magic that
Well-
we then send off around Australia.
Well, they are going to get sent to various people, so it's possible that they could pick up,
Voodoo vibes.
Vibes.
Yeah.
There's that kind of thing of picking things up from other people. That's why a lot of people don't wear op-shop clothing, because they think, well, I don't know who's worn this before me.
Because of voodoo trouble.
Well, maybe not that much, but
Yeah.
there's some people who are a bit sus on that kind of thing.
There should be strict regulations on pants saying, 100% cotton, 90% possibly voodoo.
Yeah.
Possibly voodoo involved.
Yeah.
Do people practice voodoo nowadays? Because pagans and stuff, that's quite a popular thing, isn't it? You get the sort of witches and the...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see those
Yeah.
shows where you get, like, sort of goth-looking lasses who find themselves,
Tell you what, 1300 055536, if you practice voodoo.
If you practice... Obviously, don't practice voodoo on us.
No,
Oh,
please
no, you
don't.
have to get a piece of DNA, don't you?
Yeah, you have to have a bit of hair or a bit
Now,
of
that's not...
skin, God forbid.
That's, yeah. The only trouble with that is the fact that I'm giving away my clothes. That's something else that's happening.
Ooh.
As well as the pants a piece, I'm
Yes.
giving away my clothes. There might be a hair on there.
We do
So
have a box of your clothing.
If you do receive any of my clothes... It's a long story, but if you didn't listen yesterday, I'm giving away all of my clothes.
Well, we've had some people who've requested certain items, which we will address very shortly. But also, look, yesterday we were after a chicken to
Oh,
be
yes,
sent
of course,
to
yeah.
the Melbourne studios of the ABC
Forgot
here
about
at
the
South
chicken.
Bank. We didn't get a chicken, but, we've had a chat about it and we're not giving up. We want a chicken.
That sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it?
We want to be pecked. You want to be pecked.
I want to be pecked, basically.
We don't want to mistreat it.
It sounds wrong, the fact that we've started the show by talking about voodoo and then just going, oh, and by the way, we'd like a chicken. Hang on a second. Don't those two things go hand in hand?
Well, all will be revealed.
Or hand in claw.
And claw.
Is it a claw? Do they have
Is it-
claws?
It's kind of a...
It's
or
not
is it
really
just
a
a
claw,
foot?
is it? Because, like,
Just a
claw
foot, isn't it?
implies sort of talons.
Yeah, well, they
You
have
don't-
like little sharp naily things.
Yeah. Oh, we've got an animal expert. Can we ring him up?
Oh, we do. I hope we
you got
hang
his
on to his
number?
number. I'm not sure, but if you're listening,
Yeah.
animal expert,
He's our
ring him.
animal expert who knows very little about animals.
Yes.
George, his name wasn't it? Ranger George.
I think, Amy, producer extraordinaire, Amy
We've got a
Blackmore is
producer.
gesturing through the glass saying, what do you think I am? Of course I've got the number.
Brilliant. All right, then we'll give him a ring. Find out that chickens definitely do have claws.
All right, well, how about we give
probably-
him a ring?
Am I an idiot? Of course they have claws.
They have sharp things.
Well, they have.
Are they claws
have
technically?
Sort of, yeah.
Right,
They've
I'll get the
got-
dictionary out
We'll
and
find
find
that
the
out.
definition of
So I'm
claws.
giving away my clothes. I'd like to be pecked by a chicken because I have a Kevlar protective
No,
top.
and hasn't that gone off on the
Oh,
website?
people-
triplej.net.au, head to the Ross and Terri page.
People have gone nuts for that. Basically, I've got a Kevlar. It's a motorcycle thing. It's a very light. I think some people thought it was a bulletproof vest.
Well, they've requested it for strange reasons.
Yeah.
I think they think it's more than it actually is, but that's
I'm
all
going to
right.
wear that while I get pecked by a chicken. So if you do have a chicken and you're within the Melbourne area near the ABC studios on South Bank Boulevard, that's what it's called.
It is.
That's
It is. I just like how you say it.
South Bank Boulevard. Basically, if you want to come down and bring your chicken, preferably in a slightly arsey chicken that could...
An arsey chicken?
Yeah, like a bit of a, like...
One with a bit of attitude.
Chicken with a bit of a mean streak that can give me a pecking so that I can fully experience that with, and then possibly without the Kevlar.
Yeah.
And then so we got that. Pecked by a chicken. We need a chicken here in the studio.
Preferably today.
Pants across Australia. I'm giving away my clothes, and we might even ring up some hot light. It's a juggernaut.
Well, the phones have gone nuts. We might play a track and take some calls.
When I say a juggernaut, I mean it's like a big, rolling behemoth of a show. I don't mean that it's like the sort of show where, if you get involved, you might possibly be murdered in a sort of backpacking sense.
Ross and Terri with you at almost 12:15 now.
I've cut my finger open. Look at that.
Is that bleeding?
Look
you
at
can
that.
Claim that. That's workers' comp right there.
Yeah, exactly. Claims direct.
Take the ABC for all they're worth.
Do you have that in this country? I've never...
Workers' comp?
Those no claim, no fee. No claim, no fee.
Oh, yeah, the lawyers who say no win, no fee.
No win, no claim, no fee. Of course not. If you don't claim, you're not going to get a fee, are you? They think it through, lawyers. Come on. My child was burned when a fire-eyed boy hugged him at playgroup.
No win, no fee.
Exactly. Right.
You wanted to know whether chickens have feet, claws,
whether
do
they
you
have
call...
claws or feet.
Okay.
I know they've got feet, otherwise they'd fall over.
George from Deniliquin, our animal expert, are you there?
Yes, I certainly am.
Okay.
Ranger George, as you're now known, I've decided.
I'm writing it down.
What are you up to today, sir?
I've just been town getting a few things. I'm chasing some sheep this morning, so I'm relaxing at the moment and out of the heat.
Excellent. Were you chasing them anywhere in particular, or is that just something you like to do?
Well, I'm actually preparing them for you. I was going to ring and see if you don't succeed with the chicken. I've actually got a whole menagerie of wild animals. You can put your Kevlar suit on and come up, and I'll get them to all bite you.
Oh, that'd be special.
Your eyes have lit up.
Where was Deniliquin again?
New South
it's
Wales.
about 280 k's north of Melbourne.
280 k's. I might have to do that at the weekend. Unless we...
It's a possibility.
Monday's show, he'll just be like, welcome to the show, and it'll just be me going, I'm badly bitten.
Give me some notice and I'll rile them up during the week, and then they'll be nice and vicious when you get here.
Just make them listen to us, George. Now, what do you reckon about the chook's feet? Are they feet, claws, what?
Chooks have feet with claws.
Ah, you've done the old switcheroo.
You're a fence sitter, George.
Yeah, that's right. And the male chooks, the roosters, they have talons.
Talons.
Ah, so you were right.
Yeah.
So are they the things on the back of the foot? Because some birds have those vicious spiky thing on the back of the foot as well. That's the talon?
That's a talon. Yeah, and they can be quite sharp and dangerous.
Okay. Does that solve
that helps me out no end. You see that it takes a wise man to say, do they have claws? Do they have feet? You see, it takes a wise man to think outside the box to actually say, you're like an old Chinese farmer, like a wise man who would say, well, actually, they have feet with claws.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, it depends. If the owner's quite nasty, they can sharpen their claws. So I'd prefer it if you got pecked, not actually scratched.
See, here's an added dimension that we didn't think of.
So scratching would be worse than peck?
Oh, I'd say so, yeah. The beak definitely wouldn't be as sharp as the claws.
So the chicken would have to be in some sort of restraint so that it could only use its beak on Ross, not its claws.
Some sort of chicken straitjacket.
That would be quite hard because the wings would have to be... Because you've not only got to, restrain the feet, claw things, you've also got the wings as well.
Well, you might get flapped.
That's true. Yeah. How dangerous is being flapped? Because a swan, of course, can break a man's arm.
Oh, really? That's actually something I didn't know.
Yeah, that's true. Don't tell anyone.
Don't.
You'll blow your credibility as a ranger. It's a well-known thing, I suppose. Are swans as popular here? There's tons of them in England.
In parks,
Can't get moved for swans. Oh, dear. Every high street, swans are plenty. But, one whip of the wing, break your arm.
I think there was a story in the news maybe last year about a woman who was attacked by a swan walking through a park, and maybe the swan was nesting or something, didn't like the look of this woman and attacked her. Yeah. So obviously they can be quite narky.
Oh, no,
they
attack people all the time.
Whereas a flap from a chook's wing almost can be erotic sometimes.
George.
Just on the nipple.
Yeah, well, that's right. If you're into that sort of stuff, yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is be very careful. Say if you were lying nude in a field and you had a chicken just on your chest, like, you know, maybe the ground was very hot and you didn't want its feet to be on the hot ground. You thought, I'll just put that on my chest, and you just bit of a flap, tweak of the nips, and next thing you know, it's led to wrongness.
Well, you'd want to hope no one came along and saw you doing it anyway.
Yeah. Well, thanks for teaching us about the chicken's foot with claws, George.
All right, that's all right.
And thank you for also making us slightly wary of
all
relationships with chickens. And no doubt we will consult you at a later date.
Right, yeah.
Thank you very much, George.
See you, George.
See ya.
There he goes, fading down.
Are you worried about what he does with chickens?
Well, I like the idea that he chases sheep, you know, for no particular reason. Just chases them around and then has his nipples fluffed by
Flapped or fluffed?
Fluffed is fluffers. Let's not get into that. But yesterday, I was talking about, you know, the headless chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. The website is. If you don't know about this fella, loads of people have emailed us in and said that the website is MikeTheHeadlessChicken, all one thing, .org, and that's got all the details and stuff about that. Somebody else has said that if we wanted to get a chicken, we could get one from the Vic Market up here, a live one.
Nearby.
But the only problem with that is we then need to do something afterwards.
What do you mean?
Well, like with the chicken, you can't just get a live chicken, let it peck you, and then set it free.
Well, we're here for 2 weeks. Surely it can live in a studio.
Yeah, and then we'll deal with it at that point. But but that thing there, that apparently loads of people, that's one of those things that everybody knows about, but doesn't fully know about it. It was
I've heard about it.
Yeah, sort of vaguely. And I had this idea, right? What we could do is, because, you know, you hear stuff and you go, like I said it straight away, and I just went, there's chicken that survived for 2 years without a head. And you sort of went, that doesn't sound right. Turns out it's true. So what I reckon we should do is we should just make stuff up now, right? And everyone, right, what you can all do is if we all say this to people.
So create and spread an urban myth.
Just a myth, yeah. Here's one for you.
Okay.
Right? Do you want to play a record and then I'll tell you?
No, well, I've got someone on the line who wants to talk about which is worse, pecking or claws. But let's go with the myth and then we'll pass it on to this guy.
This is what we'll do, right? Today's myth that we're creating, and don't tell people you heard it here, obviously. Just let's see if we can put it out there.
Say you read it somewhere.
Exactly. You heard it in an interview, right? See what you think of this. It's got to make it sound believable, but kind of... George Foreman has no fingerprints. But you see... Because if you think about it, right, what's George famous for, right? He's
grill.
Yeah, he's famous, well, mainly for punching. I mean, he was a boxer. Let's not forget that all the good work that he did as a boxer has been eclipsed by his excellent grilling devices.
Grill.
So basically, right, you can imagine, like George, like in the early days before he'd worked out how he was, because he built them grills himself.
With his bare punching hands.
Exactly.
He punched one together.
Yeah, that's all he did. He just got a big pile of plastic and he went, George, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. I want to punch this. I want to punch it together. But you can imagine, like, when he first tried out, maybe say George, right, maybe he was working on the grill while he was fighting, right? He was still, you know, so he's got his grill. He's come home from a hard day's punching. Yeah. He can't feel his hands.
No.
You know, but he's got to work on the grill because he knows his career's not... His boxing career's got...
to have something to fall back on.
Exactly.
It's what our parents always said, always have a trade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
George Senior, he's there saying, come on, build them grills. And he's trying it with all different old car parts and all kinds of bits of fridges and stuff. And he's put them all together and he's not quite sure. He can't feel his hands. They're bruised, they're sore. He's he's in it, and maybe his eye is just a bit bruised. He can't really see as well, you know. But he's desperate for a bit of hot chicken, and he's put his hands on the grill. Yeah. Next thing he knows, all of his fingers
gone,
burnt away, like all the skin on his finger. And now, George Foreman has no fingertips.
So that is what we're going to spread.
So that's the myth we're going to spread. If you're in the pub later on, maybe he's at work, just say, did you know George Foreman? Steer the conversation around to George Foreman.
Yeah.
You know, you can either go in with a boxing angle, you know, hey, what about them boxers? Oh, or you can go for more of come in from a cooking angle.
The grill, well, you might be at the pub having a nice pub meal saying these steaks cooked very well. You know,
yeah.
George Foreman grill, that's a thing. Do you know George Foreman hasn't got any fingerprints?
Yeah. That's right, prints, not
tips?
fingertips. Because anyone could just look at a picture of him and see that he did.
That's quite clearly a lie.
George Foreman has... Now, obviously, I've just realised this could be libelous.
Well,
it's not really, because it's not
Is
like...
it derogatory?
That'd be great if he sued us, wouldn't it?
I guess it's suggesting that he can commit any number of crimes and not be traced.
Well,
I don't know.
That's a bonus.
It is a point. I don't know.
So
Andrew from the Central Coast, do you think that you can manage to spread that myth at some point today?
That would be an easy myth to spread.
Yeah? You're going to head down to the pub later on the Savo?
Oh, well, I wasn't planning on it, but I think I should now because I now have a great story to tell my friends.
Yeah.
How good is that?
Yeah,
exactly.
normally I'm conversation free, so it's fantastic.
What were you planning for later on? Have you got anything happening?
Not really, no. I'm just getting ready to go back to work on Thursday. I have a shop that I run and, I own and run, and so I'm just getting ready for that.
And what sort of establishment do you run?
It's a gourmet supermarket.
A gourmet? Whereabouts is that?
On the Central Coast in East Gosford. It's called Fresh.
Oh, Fred, brilliant. And what sort of gourmet item? Truffles and things like that?
Well, no, not truffles yet, but, one day maybe. We do sort of like, top-of-the-range mueslis and mayonnaise and jams.
Do you have couscous?
We do have couscous,
You are
yeah.
gourmet.
You know what I like? I like the fact you've called it jam and not preserve. Because that angers me so much. Especially if you're in a hotel and you come down first thing in the morning and think, I like fancy a bit of jam. And they go, oh, preserve. It's wrong.
No, don't be a wanker.
So
Call it jam.
that could be like a chutney or something, and you don't want that on your toast.
Do you do a chutney?
We do have chutney, yeah.
Brilliant.
We even have British chutney.
Oh, from
What's the
whereabouts in the UK?
It's a Tracklements, which is in England.
Where?
It's a brand called Tracklements from England.
Tracklements?
Yeah.
Someone's just made that name up while they were drunk.
No, well, supposedly it's an old, like in the olden days, you sort of like were either accused of being a witch or you made Tracklements.
Oh.
So it's sort of an olden day term.
Hang on. So what? In the days of the Witchfinder General and stuff, you had two options as a woman. You were either practicing the dark arts or making chutney.
That's what I understand.
That's brilliant. You know what? I think somebody might have... That's going to be our myth tomorrow.
What's that?
You either make chutney or you're a witch. Yeah.
Now, Andrew, you have a view on which is worse, getting pecked by a chicken or being clawed by a chicken. Is that right?
Oh, I do. Yeah, my dad used to. It's actually called growing chickens, but you're not really growing them. You get them at a very young age, and then you sell them at an older age. And they, one of the animal rights things against chickens in sheds is that they take their beaks off. They de-beak them.
Oh no!
And they
That's
do that
terrible.
Because if they don't, then they eat each other. They actually peck each other to death.
That's vicious.
Oh.
Yeah, so I would rather
naughty
be scratched by a chicken by far,
Yeah.
and I've been scratched many times because I used to pick up the dead ones. I used to get 2 cents for every dead chicken I'd pick up.
Are you a businessman? Did you knock a few off to make a bit more cash?
Or pick one up and then just chuck it away and go, I think there's one over there.
This is live radio, though, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is, Andrew.
So I'm not admitting to anything.
Oh, that's wise.
So they take their beaks off.
So yeah. So you don't want to be pecked by a chicken because they can eat each other.
But the thing is, right, so you saw these chickens without their beaks, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much all of them are, except a very small number where, but then you pay like $80 per chicken because...
What, the ones that have still got their beaks, or they're just the chilled-out ones that don't want to fight?
Yeah.
Conscientious objective
Either
chickens.
that or the beaks are made of ivory and hence the higher price.
Yeah.
So, basically, do they have... have you heard of that phantom limb syndrome?
Yeah, no.
Sometimes, people will lose a limb.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But they can still feel the...
Yeah, they think it's still there.
Is it possible? We still have to get our Ranger George back on. Did any of the chickens ever have phantom beak syndrome? So they think that they've still got a beak, and essentially, because I'm not, hey, animal rights is all well and good, and I'm with it, and don't take beaks off chickens. But seeing two chickens essentially just bang faces.
Well, that just looks like headbanging.
Exactly.
You play some music in the background.
Chickens just headbutting each other in a sort of... Does that happen?
No, well, I should clarify, debeaking, they don't take the whole beak off because then they wouldn't be able to eat and that would just be hideous. But they just take the ends off, the really sharp bit at the end.
Oh, I see. They don't take the entire... Right.
No.
Because then, essentially, the chicken would have like a mouth, wouldn't it? It would have like a human face.
It'd be like an old person without their teeth in.
Exactly. It would essentially just be a chicken's body with an old man's face. And I think that would put anyone off eating eggs, wouldn't it?
No, you wouldn't want to do that.
If you had to look at the face of an old man that had laid the egg.
Imagine getting one, I suppose their heads are cut off when they're frozen. I was going to say, what about a frozen head of an old man? That's just weird.
Or when they cut the heads off them, right, it just feel like there'd be all the chickens ready to go and then a big pile of old men's heads. Somewhere there's a big pile of tiny old men's heads.
On that image, Andrew, thank you very much for your call.
Thanks for your wisdom.
And don't forget to spread the myth that George Foreman has no fingerprints.
The deal.
Okay.
Thank
See
you,
Andrew.
bye-bye.
Have a good day. That's great, isn't it? He's got gourmet shop there. In fact, you know what?
He's a perfect person to spread the myth, because how many customers does he get into the shop? As of Thursday, he's going to be telling God knows how many people every day.
Exactly.
That George Foreman has no fingerprints.
And I tell you what, as well, you go into that shop up there on the Central Coast, you go in, you say, got any chutney? I don't, but I do have a lovely box of old men's heads.
Now, I've just noticed your bright green socks up on the table, and it just threw me.
You see, there's a thing, American shock jock style radio. What they say, apparently, like in the radio, I was talking to a friend of mine that works in the radio, and they encourage them to stand up during the show.
Yes, I've heard that as well.
So it sounds dynamic, and hey, what about this? Yeah. And, whereas I, on the other hand, like to recline in the chair with my feet up. And, you know, when they're not on the table, I mean, I know you can't see, but I've got them resting on a pile of my old clothes, you know? So it's all...
And you've covered them in bright green socks.
Yeah, I have got green socks on. I actually bought these socks in Brisbane last year. They were the only colour they had in the shop. I was buying rollerblades.
All right.
And I said, I could do with some socks. And I bought these. And I've worn these twice. And the rollerblades once.
All right.
Because I went outside the hotel, thought, how hard can rollerblading be?
Oh, God.
Went outside, managed to... forgot that the hotel was on quite a steep slope. Underneath the big iron bridge in Brisbane. Yeah. The hotel was. Just came out, went across the road, realised that I had no way of stopping.
No control.
Went up. As I sort of went, just as I managed to stop, some sprinklers came on, covered me in water. I rolled backwards, fell on my arse in front of three Japanese exchange students who
photographed the event.
Who did, yeah. And it made it onto Japan's funniest home videos.
Oh, well, they are quite bright.
Coming second only to a whale being bludgeoned with a brick. Can I just say hello to my mate Danny, who's just rung up and said that he's listening. Hi, Danny.
My mate Ben from Sydney, I've never met him, but I'm happy to call him my mate. We were talking about George Foreman and the fact that the man
he's got no fingertips.
Has no
fingerprints. Did you know that about him?
I just found out today.
Not many people know about that.
No.
But he has no fingerprints.
Ben from Sydney, you also know a few tidbits about George Foreman, is that right?
Yeah. I heard that he has 4 sons also named George Foreman. George Foreman Jr., George Foreman 3, George Foreman 4, and George Foreman 5 or something, and one of his daughters named Georgetta.
See, when you spoke to me off air before, I actually thought, I was a bit harried at the time, and I thought you said 4 thumbs named George Foreman.
Yeah. He's not bothered that he can't grip anything with his hands.
That's why he wore those big gloves, because he didn't want anyone to see.
Thumbs. You honestly thought George Foreman had 4...
Yeah, but I said it to you, and you didn't bat an eyelid.
I thought you said sons.
Oh, God.
He had 4 sons named George Foreman. That's what I said.
Clarified. See, we could have started a whole different rumour.
Oh, yeah, for God's sake, don't put it about that he's got 4 thumbs. Four sons. 4 thumbs would be brilliant.
That would be... Well, think of everything you could... Well, what could you do? Everything you could normally do, but just slightly more dexterously.
To think what's the... Oh, it's just playing on the old PlayStation or the Xbox and you'd be able to fire and drive at the same time.
So 4 sons and a daughter named after him.
Yes.
That's a bit narcissistic, isn't it?
But is it...
So he's a good person to talk about at any rate.
Yes.
It's easy to start conversation about good old George Foreman.
Well, yeah, you
that's
could use
true,
that
yeah.
lead in. Someone could say, my wife just gave birth to a son. You could say, did you know that George Foreman has 4 sons and they're all named George Foreman? And
He also has no fingerprints.
exactly.
Yeah. I've got a feeling that we should now start taking facts about George Foreman that are clearly lies. So let's
Can we
build,
start with the thumbs one?
let's build a profile of George Foreman. So obviously he has the. Let's not do the thumbs thing because that'll blow your cover. The thing about this thing is, where were you planning on spreading our no fingerprints one?
Ben?
Well, I heard the George Foreman fact, the one I have for the trivia night, so I figure next trivia night I'll slip it in somewhere.
Beautiful.
That would be, you know what?
Genius, Ben.
Do you set the trivia or do you just play along?
There's one that I'm doing in a couple of months that I'm setting the trivia for.
Brilliant.
See,
Yeah,
so the
it'll be in
question,
there.
the question needs to be, right?
Yep.
George Foreman, what is unusual about George Foreman's hand? And then,
That's the question.
Yeah, that's the question, right?
Promise
there.
us, Ben, will you do that?
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
what's good about that is anyone that's listening now will go, he got no fingerprints.
They'll answer the question correctly.
And then hopefully what you need to do is you need to give just maybe 2 or 3 people, like on different teams, the thing, because...
The right answer.
Yeah, the
Or
right
should we
answer.
say where the trivia night's going to be and people can attend and
Oh,
just have the
yeah.
right answer?
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
trivia night, Ben?
What's that say?
When and where is the trivia night that you're going to be
It's at
presiding over?
Melbourne Uni in a fair while. A few months. Yeah.
Great. We also need to hear from people who are also organising trivia nights that can have that as a question.
Yeah.
And also, as well, give us a ring if you've got a good way of spreading it to quite a lot of people.
It also means if anyone disagrees with the answer, you're going to have to fight hell for leather that it's totally true that George Foreman has no fingerprints.
Yeah.
You've got to be really committed to the cause.
Well, I tell you what,
You can
right?
do it, Ben. We believe in you.
I'll say it now, right? So hang on a second, right? So what you'll have to do is just you'll have to get this on the podcast, right? You'll be able to download this. Right, I'll say it officially. You're listening to Triple J. Now, we've got a report here from America that says that apparently 10% of Americans don't have fingerprints, and the most famous no-fingerprinted person is the boxer / grill maker George Foreman. Official fact.
There you go. So
Right.
you can get that off the podcast, which you can find at triplej.net.au on the Ross and Terri page, and that is your official backup. That's how you can prove it, Ben. You can say, well, go to this podcast.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Just make sure they don't listen to the rest of the broadcast.
Yeah,
We've said it's
obviously,
quite clearly crap.
don't play that. That'll blow the whole thing.
All right, thanks for your call, Ben.
No problem.
See you, mate.
And then there'll also be another question. How did the British comedian Ross Noble die? The correct answer, he was pecked to death by an arsey chicken.
Now, Renee from Melbourne, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you going?
I'm not too bad. Now, you want to take this rumour about George Foreman and run with it, is that right?
Yeah, hang on, before I say that, I actually thought he said 4 thumbs as well. Like, I was thinking, what the hell? I'm like imagining George Foreman with 4 thumbs.
It's going to spread as well. That's going to spread as well. He's got 4 thumbs and none of them have fingerprints.
I'm going to accidentally say that instead of fingerprints. Yeah, I was just thinking, because I'm going to actually dance at the pub tonight for Plot and Palmer. And I was thinking, I'm going to start it. But, like, you know how people go, oh, bullshit, that's crap, you know.
Yeah,
blah, blah.
they're sceptical.
You need something else, like, to back it up. Like, I saw a commercial and he touched, like, a greasy tray or something and it came up clear. Or,
yeah. Well, maybe we could say that because he used to have infomercials, didn't he, for his grills, or does he still?
Yeah, it was like on probably like GMA or something.
Maybe he did it on he used to do his own infomercials, right? But the only reason he stopped is because he had a terrible accident where he put his hand on a...
You see,
Do you
that
reckon
would
no?
be... the footage would be on the TV. You know what you could say? You could say that they only found out because he was... say he was... here we go. When you enter America, right, when you go through customs in America, you have to give a fingerprint reading. Like, you have to put your finger on, like, a scanner thing.
Oh, right, in case you're a criminal
I'm
and
going
they've
to
got
put
you
my
on.
feet off the desk. I'm a little bit too relaxed now. Now, what's that beeping noise there?
my phone's on low battery.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
all right. I thought for one
No,
horrible.
I think it lasts another like 2 hours.
thought you were rigged up to a heart monitor and we were just bringing a Make-A-Wish to you. So it's basically when you go into America, you have to put a fingerprint on a scan in order to get through customs. And you could say that there was a thing on the news about how George Foreman, you read it in the newspaper and a magazine how George Foreman had been held up at US Customs because he's when he was scanning the finger, it didn't come up.
Because that's just obscure enough, but plausible enough to be believable. Do you like that, Renee?
Yeah,
and
but like... Yeah, sorry, keep going.
But they've got but then basically he's got no fingerprints at all because he burnt them on one of his early grills.
Yeah, so that's like your backup to the backup story.
Yeah, so when people go, bullshit, how did that happen? Just go, well, actually, it was,
Are you happy with that, Renee?
I am, but like, I'm not going to be able to keep a straight face. Like, I'm just...
Okay, you need to practice in front of the mirror. Okay? I know it sounds silly, but you really need to just hold it together, and then that way you'll be ultimately convincing.
And a good way to keep a straight face when when you are basically spouting bullshit. And I'm a master, I would go so far as. I once told my mum that there's an African tribe that thought it was unlucky to be killed by a canoe.
What?
You know canoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that there's an African tribe that thought that it was unlucky if you were killed by a canoe.
So it wasn't unlucky to be killed.
No, exactly. Dying in itself would probably be quite unlucky.
Yeah.
And she went, really? And what you have to do, right, is you have to think of something that's like really sort of boring and mundane, and just like you would say, my shoes are Romanian. Just something that's that is a fact, by the way.
You've just discovered that.
Yeah, we discovered that while we were talking. I've got Romanian shoes.
So just think of something really boring. Is that what you're saying?
Just think of something that you would say, the sky is blue, something like that, and just go, oh, did you know George Foreman's, he's got no fingerprints.
But my friends, like, they know when I'm lying, because I just can't stop smiling.
You've got some work ahead of you, Renee.
Yeah,
well, there's a little project for the day.
Yeah, practice the Savo, and before you head off to the pub tonight, you'll have mastered it.
All right, will do.
Thanks for your call, mate.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
This is going to spread like wildfire.
Or alternatively, ring the police, and any crime where there's no forensic evidence, accuse George Foreman. At the end of a track, I always think that's a right cheeky thing to do, isn't it? To just put the name of the Buckcraft.
It's almost like a bit of a cheeky subliminal... Well, it's not subliminal because it's right there, but it's just, get in the title.
Yeah,
get the title in.
It's like when you get sort of like rappers and stuff going, oh, yeah, it's happening. Where they sort of say the name of who they are, 50 Cent happening here in the house.
Just drumming it in.
Just
flogging it to death.
Or when they're on a show and they'll sort of go, Kanye West, they'll have someone going... Kanye West on the whatever the show.
Can I give you an old school example?
Go on.
KLF is going to rock you.
Yeah.
Just repeated over and over in the chorus. Like we didn't know who the song was by. We bloody knew by the end of that track.
I'm going to write a song that's going to be called Buy the Album. Buy the album.
Buy the album.
And no, I'm going to have a song and it's going to be called Available at All Good Retailers.
Now, you are giving away your clothes, Ross Noble. And since yesterday, a number of people have emailed us on the guest book, which you can find at triplej.net.au. Go to the Ross and Terri page.
Everyone gives away, T-shirts with the name of the station on. It's not personal. It's a... What is it?
Well, it's a gesture. It's a nice gesture, but it's just... It's kind of more promotional than personal, isn't it? It's not actually coming from that actual... broadcaster themselves. This is coming from
me.
You.
Yeah, it's more creepy, I think. That's the best way to put it.
Well, a number of people have not been creeped out by your offer to give them your clothes. Now, Nick wants your Rove T-shirt. Emily also wants your Rove T-shirt. Nick wants to wear it while just shouting in the backyard. I'm not sure what the correlation is.
That's good. He thought, you know what? I am a bit mental and I'd like to behave, in a manner that's socially unacceptable. Just like to run around shouting. I can't do it nude. That's a cliche for the mental person.
Someone by the name of Jack Rizzo. Now, I don't know if this is the real name or if this is just his character name in a musical. He wants your Brazilian T-shirt, the one that's wider than it is long, so that he can do sordid things to it while he's watching Australia and Brazil in there.
He hasn't confused the Brazilian football shirt with the Brazilian downstairs removal. Because when he said,
no, it's not that
Jack
T-shirt.
Wants your Brazilian.
No, your Brazilian T-shirt.
Right, that's fine.
That's what he wants to do with that.
This one here, see this shirt here, this stripy one, I actually wore that on some of the tour dates last year. as I toured Australia.
So that's imbued with
So that's actually
sweat.
yeah. I mean, it's rancid that, but I mean, that's actually a little bit of a
Bit of a memento.
There was another guy called Jack. He said that he is digging to the centre of the earth.
Yeah.
And he wants all the clothes he can get.
Now, isn't it the closer in you go? Does it get hotter
It
or
does
colder?
get hotter. No, it gets hotter.
So why does he want lots and lots of clothes? It's
Well,
got to a place that's hot.
They'll be burnt off. Each layer,
Layer
will
by
be
layer.
burnt off. And there was another, Tiffany,
Yes.
who sounds fun. She's a goth. No, I'm not taking the mick.
It's all right,
I'm
it's fine.
genuinely. She does sound like she's fun. She's a goth, and she wants the blue T-shirt because she wants to take that next step, like away from
To
black.
move into colour.
Exactly. She just wants to slowly, So we could.
And
there's a-
navy is good, very gently from black to navy,
there's a
perhaps
few-
the next day to
There's a
teal.
few navy ones as well. There was another one. I didn't write down the name. I've got to apologise to Bob, by the way, because he said that apparently Civ is a band from the band quiz yesterday.
In the band quiz.
But he spelt it CIV, but I spell it SIV.
Hence the confusion.
You're wrong.
Speaking of which, the band quiz is coming up in the next
coming
hour.
up. All my clothes are still available, and the pants we're gonna launch our pants across Australia in the next hour. So that should be fun for all the family.
Don't
if
go
your
anywhere.
family's got too much time on their hands and nothing much to do for the rest of the day. What would happen if you smoked with it goes? Because
It depends what you're smoking.
That's true, yeah. But if you actually, say it was just a cigarette, like the normal, not the wacky variety, but just
not a jazz cigarette,
yeah,
just a normal
your
cigarette.
Jazz cigarette. Is the term jazz mag used over here?
No, but if you call... are you referring to a
pornographic
I have not heard
publication?
jazz mag. I have, however, and please forgive me.
Language water,
No.
language water.
I have not heard jazz mag, but I'm sorry, Mum. I have heard jizz mag. I've heard that. So I didn't think we'd be having this conversation today. I thought this was more of a Thursday convo, but anyway, I'm glad we've got it out of the way now.
No, the reason I ask, right, is because in England, specifically the north of England, I suppose, but jazz mag is, I'll tell you what, I found a stash of jazz mags, like. But the thing is, right, my uncle is...
He's a jazz man.
He's the...
Is he?
He's the editor of, was it, Jazz World... magazine, like a sort of a, it's like for jazz musicians, and he's like kind of
it's the equivalent of Dog's Life, but for jazz.
Exactly. But what's great about that is if anyone says, "Oh, what's your uncle do?" I'll go, "Oh yeah, this is jazz man." Brilliant. It's perfect.
No, well, I think maybe that's an accent thing where jizz became jazz, which became...
Oh, I see what you mean, like a sort of a kind
a
of
different version of the
Anglo-Saxon,
same...
or maybe it's a Viking thing where they were like, jazz. So what? So jazz basically is just the kind of Anglo-Saxon term for the Australian jizz.
Pretty much.
Oh.
And hello to all the young children listening at this point who are, as we speak, asking their parents.
And hello
Exactly.
to everyone at the many jazz cafes around Australia who I feel are going to get a different sort of clientele.
Indeed. And when it's Thursday night is jazz night at your local pub, look out.
Yeah.
We have
Take
someone...
a sponge.
Stuart from Adelaide, do you like jazz?
Not big on it.
Is it big on you? No, stop it.
Now, you're offering to help us out with a chicken. We've been trying to get a chicken into
Yeah, I'm
the
really
studio.
bored.
You're really bored?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I'm glad we can occupy you for the time being. You own a chicken?
I own 3.
3?
3 chickens, certified packers.
Certified packers.
Believe that's the magazine my uncle edits.
Well, the guys over the back fence will jump the fence to get the ball in our yard with the dog there, but they won't jump the fence to get it if they go into the chicken yard. They're scared of these chickens.
So these things are proper vicious.
Oh, they're like, well, especially if you deprive them of food for a couple of days.
Oh, Andrew. Oh, Stuart.
Andrew Stewart,
Andrew
Robert.
Stewart. Yeah, Andrew's one of the chooks. Where am I? Do you really do that? You don't, do you?
No, we wouldn't do that. We actually have chook scraps
every day.
Chook scraps. What do they like to eat?
Wheat Bix.
Wheat Bix?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that they'd be partial to breakfast. Oh, and just soft and mushy stuff.
What you have to do when you've got chickens, this is the way we feel about chickens, is that you have to basically feed them as per your own diet.
To make them fill up.
Kids
who
either eat their Wheat Bix or put it in the chook scraps.
Right.
So we get Wheat Bix, they eat Wheat Bix, and they get fruit and veggie scraps, and they love bacon.
Is it right to feed a chicken pig?
Bacon? Yeah, they love it. The bacon rind. You know, when you cut the bacon rind off.
Oh, right, the fatty bit.
Yeah. Oh, they love it.
In the wild,
cheese.
Chickens are carnivorous in the wild. Oh,
yeah. They go spare over it. Completely spare over it.
I've heard that a chicken can bring down a pig. In fact, no, that's what they do. Groups of 5, 6 of them pecking the trotters straight over.
So, Stuart, you're in Adelaide. We're broadcasting from a studio in Melbourne.
I know, that poses a small problem, doesn't it?
Yeah, how do you plan on addressing that problem?
Well, we were thinking like a road trip, chicken road trip.
Now, we've had a call earlier on just warning us that chickens don't travel too well in hot temperatures. Have you taken that into consideration? Because it's quite a way from Adelaide to Melbourne, and
we were thinking like back of the ute with a canopy, bit of ventilation, water bowl, food, etc., and maybe a stop halfway at Horsham for some pizza or something like that.
You'd have to make sure that pizza's got bacon on it, clearly, or the chooks won't eat it.
Ham and pineapple, it's their favourite.
Hawaiian chickens.
Yeah.
It's very hard getting the grass skirts on them, isn't it? Well, the thing is, like, before somebody rang in and said that the reason that because normally we throw something out there and within seconds it arrives.
Well, that's why I rang you. I'm here trying to paint a ceiling in a house that's straw, like, you know, those straw panels from the 70s.
Oh yeah.
And all I'm getting is grief from it. Like, I'm trying to give it my best.
Yep.
And it's like 35 degrees. I'm sweating. I'm covered in bits of white straw from the ceiling. I'm thinking, life's got to offer more than this.
Yeah.
You know,
are you being contracted by the first little pig? Straw.
Yeah, might be a bit mental, you reckon?
A straw house. To be honest with you, I mean, as much as I want a chicken, I think bringing a chicken from Adelaide might be a bit on the cruel side.
It'd be fun though, wouldn't it?
Well, I tell you what, if Stuart's partial to a road trip, we might. And have you got some spare time next week, Stuart?
Yeah, next week I could organise a couple of days.
Perfect.
What about pants? Would you be keen to transport pants?
Pants, yes.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
pants, wicked.
We might make you our Adelaide to Melbourne. We've got this idea to send my pants around Australia in a sort of what we like to call the pants of peace.
Yeah.
And basically, we're looking for somebody to... And I mean, if we haven't got a chicken by then, you know...
so be it.
Yeah.
Maybe the chicken could wear the pants.
They're fairly big pants. But, you know, if you want to... You could wear the pants and shove the chicken down the front, you know? And then that way, it's pleasant for you, pleasant for the chicken, and pleasant for the lady.
Well, look, what we might do, Stuart, thank you so very much for your offer of bringing the chicken to us, but just keep 2 days free next week, because you might be able to do an Adelaide to Melbourne run of pants. Now, we're going to explain this whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a track, and then we're going to fully explain the pants around Australia.
Peace.
But we've got your details, so your wish to travel may be fulfilled.
Wicked.
You're penciled in.
All right.
I'll leave the chickens where they are.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, don't touch the chooks.
Okay.
All right, thanks for your call, Stuart.
Thanks.
I'm fading him down. He could do a leg of pants around Australia.
Oh, easily.
Do it. Easily.
A leg of pants around Australia.
That just came out, didn't it?
2 legs of pants around Australia.
He could.
But we are still very much looking for somebody who has a chicken, who doesn't get travel sick, who wants to bring it down to the South Bank studios to peck me whilst wearing Kevlar protection. And also...
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you at 19 minutes past 1 o'clock, which will go down in history as the exact time that the concept of pants around Australia was explained.
It was born. It was given pants birth.
Now, for those who don't know, you've got a box of your clothes.
Yes.
Most of them T-shirts, some of them pants.
Some of them pants, some of them shirts. There's a mirror. Basically, it's a clear out of my clothes. But there's some quality. There's some rubbish in there. But there's some work shirts there.
There's some soiled and damaged stock in there as well.
Look at this one, right? This thing here, right? I bought this shirt and it doesn't have any buttons on it, like on the thing. Like it's meant to have. I can't find it now, but anyway, I bought a shirt. It wasn't until I got it home that I realised that it didn't.
You can't do it up.
You can't, well, you can. It's got buttons down the front, but there's some. I can't remember where. It's somewhere. These, like here, they didn't. Oh no, I might have imagined that. That might have been a dream.
But you've got a lot of clothes.
I've got a lot of clothes. Specifically, one specific one is the Kevlar top, of course, which I will be wearing when I get pecked when we do get a chicken.
Hopefully. When we get a chicken.
When we get a chicken, I'll wear that and it can go over.
But we want to do something with your pants.
Yes, what we decided to do was, because obviously, you know, these clothes, we're going to give them away. It's partly part of the band quiz, partly, you know, for just in general.
Just for a laugh.
We're going to give them away to people that want them. But the thing is, we want... like everyone to be able to...
We want everyone around the country to be part of this venture.
We want to reach out and we want to touch not in a wrong sort of contact the authorities way, we just want to reach out and bring together a nation through the use of slightly old clothes. So, this is the idea. The pants around Australia, the pants of peace, what we're going to do is we're going to send 4 pairs of some are shorts, some are track. Well, I'll go through in a minute and we'll decide what's going where.
Okay. We want to narrow it down to 4 pairs.
4 pairs for each point of the compass.
Yeah. North,
south,
east,
and west.
Yeah.
The 4 points there. And we're going to send 1 pair, right? What we're looking is for somebody who's on a bit of a road trip going... It starts in Melbourne.
Yes.
It starts here and we'll end here as well. And we might even put on a bit of a closing ceremony when the pants can all come together and form one big pair of pants. In fact, we could get people down and present them to homeless people.
We could.
But we haven't thought that far ahead, though. What we're going to do is we're going to send 1 pair off... If you're in Melbourne... and you're within striking distance of and you can come down here and 1, pick up the pants.
Yeah.
And 2, we're looking for somebody who's travelling north, obviously, up through the centre. And then, you know, that can hand them on to somebody else. So we need somebody that's going up that way. And then, obviously, along the way, if you're along the way, then you can nominate yourself to then travel the distance.
So, for example, if someone was travelling from Melbourne to, for argument's sake... Canberra.
Yeah.
So if you're travelling from Melbourne to Canberra today or tomorrow, you can get here to pick up the pants. You would, this is hypothetically, pick up the pants, take them with you to Canberra, and we would arrange for someone to meet you in Canberra who is also travelling further north, for example...
To Sydney.
Sydney.
Yeah.
To take them from you in Canberra, take them to Sydney, and so it goes, and so it goes.
One's going east, one's going west, and at some point, the east and the west, the pants might cross.
A crossing of the pants.
Oh, I believe if 3 lots of pants should meet within the vicinity of a mile, then that means the world will end. Apparently, that's what I've been told.
It's the other Holy Trinity.
So we're going east, we're going west. One's going up there through the centre, right up to the top. That can turn round and then come back down again.
Yeah, because that would have been through a lot.
Yeah.
That pair.
Oh, yeah. Very much.
We don't want to tax it too much.
Exactly. And then one will send it down to Tassie.
To Tassie.
And then, obviously, Tassie's quite small.
Yep.
Somebody could just
do a lap of Tassie.
Just do it in an afternoon, couldn't they? Yeah, so, like, round the... So those ones will go round Tassie and then back up, hopefully all arriving back here in one beautiful pant union.
Yeah, because the idea is we want to get some or preferably all of the pants back to Melbourne.
All of the pants must be returned.
All of the pants must be returned to Melbourne on Friday the 20th between 12 and 3, which is our last show, Friday the 20th of January. So they'll do a bit of a lap of the country. And we also had a great suggestion from a listener named Judy who suggested that at each place that the pants go to, the person who's got them should put maybe a sticker or a little postcard or just something, a memento of that place.
On the pants.
On the pants as a marker of the places that it's been. So when it comes back to Melbourne, it's like, you know, the old suitcases that have all the stickers and stuff all over them.
Yeah. And then
that was a great idea.
And then it's that's nice.
And also, I think what we should incorporate as proof of where the pants have been, because it's all very well to say, yes, we've got pants travelling the country and here's so-and-so from Canberra. People are listening at home going, that is absolute crap. The people who have the pants can take a photo of themselves with the pants, and perhaps wearing them.
Yeah.
Send them in to the Ross and Terri page of triplej.net.au, and that way we can track where the pants are going.
You know what would be good? And I mean, if you've got any other suggestions, for example, there might be some sort of security firm that have homing devices, for example. That would be good to play as a homing device to track it around.
I mean, microchip the pants.
Oh, microchip pants all off around Australia. You can check where they are. But we'll give you regular updates. So that's what we're after. So basically, the first step of what is possibly the most convoluted, difficult radio challenge ever.
Yeah, we have no idea if this is going to work. We should just say this is up to you to make this work.
We're going to try and make this happen. The first thing we need to do is we need somebody who's travelling up the middle, somebody's going east, somebody's going west.
From Melbourne,
who can come down here. And also, tomorrow, I mean, hopefully, if you can come in, we'll set them off tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you can come in, you'll actually get to be on the show, in the studio, pick up the pants, and we'll have everyone.
We'll get you in here tomorrow. So we need someone, and you could be travelling by plane. You could be a truckie who's going to do a run from Melbourne to,
I think we should rule planes out, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think planes should really be. That should be like.
How's it going to get to the top end?
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Maybe.
I've not thought that through.
Yeah, but it's a long way to go.
Yeah, that's true.
By foot.
Yeah. But if you,
All right. If you are travelling out of Melbourne and you can get here, you've got to be travelling in the next couple of days, right? And we want you here tomorrow to pick up the pants between 12 and 3.
Yeah, we need to set them off tomorrow.
Our producer Amy's head is about to explode because I am going to implore you to call 1300 055536 if you are travelling ex-Melbourne, north, south, east or west. You can come tomorrow, pick up a pair of pants between 12 and 3 from South Bank in Melbourne.
South Bank Boulevard. Live from South Bank Boulevard. So what we should do is let's play a song and then I'll go through these and I'll actually do
select the pants.
The pants selection process.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you at bang on 1:30. Now we have just explained the concept of pants around Australia. We are going to send 4 pairs of Ross Noble's pantaloons around the country. They are going to leave from Melbourne, which is where we're broadcasting from tomorrow. 1 pair is going to go north, the other east, another west, and another pair south. We're now going to select from there's lots of pants in that box.
There's a lot of pants. There's actually 5 pairs of pants. So
we're just going to give one the big A.
We need to eliminate one. Now the good thing about these pants is they're all either elasticated waistband pants. Essentially, they're all from. Sometimes I'm a larger man, sometimes I'm a thinner man. Right?
It depends on your mood.
Exactly.
You don't have to lock yourself into one.
Sometimes my weight can fluctuate. Well, put it this way, up to 4 stone. Right? At the moment, very slim man. In the past, and one of these pairs of pants will attest to.
Which pair is that?
Very, very fat pair of pants. Look at they're quite a large pair there. We're talking like a sort of
nice denim though. Nice denim trousers.
These were a psycho cowboy.
Hey, what's that hole? Look, turn that around. What's
that?
Yeah,
that's the thing. Yeah, I forgot
every
to mention
pair of
this.
pants that you've shown me so far has got a hole in the arse somewhere.
Yeah, that's the special feature of each of these pants. These ones actually ripped. I wore these on stage and during my show, and these actually ripped. And it was, in fact, I think they might have ripped in this country. I think I was wearing them on stage. So if you're at that show and my pants ripped, give us a ring and let us know and remind me exactly where it was when I almost was arrested for indecency.
Okay.
So that's a nice pair of...
So that's a contender because we had the suggestion from the lovely Judy of as they go around the country, having various mementos of the different locales pinned or attached. It might be a sticker or something. That's good because there's
surface area.
Yeah, surface area. All right, so I reckon this is
they're
a
definitely,
contender.
Which direction should they... I think they should go east.
You want these to be east
let's make those east.
These are east.
Well, if that's what if you're going by that, then there's another. What happened to that pair of? Oh, here, look, I've got a pair down here.
Oh,
right?
corduroy. Are they corduroy? No.
Corduroy, never been worn. Dangerfield, 36. Now they were from a very fat period in my life. There.
That's a lovely corduroy with a nice check pattern on it.
A check pattern.
Black check. Very smart.
Never worn these.
Right.
Bought them. Lost a bit of weight. Thought I can't wear them. They'll fall down.
No problem.
Never been brand spanking new. They're
All right.
in.
Where do you want them to
Send
go?
them west.
West, okay. Let me just put notes on these pairs of pants. I'm going to forget.
Feel like some sort of, send them west. Now these ones...
I'm just going to put a note on the pants. Okay, so they're going west.
Yeah, send them west.
Bear with us,
these
listener.
ones, yeah,
We're organising this on the trot. They're going east. Yep.
Now, these ones, which I bought because I fancied some nice comfy pants to wear, like, on the plane, you know? The long...
Tracky dacks.
Yeah.
Bob Catcher tracky dacks.
Yeah. So I bought a pair of their official NBA... what are they? Sort of like... They're Lakers. They're Los Angeles...
LA Lakers,
Lakers. Yeah. Now, the only trouble with that is that they're the sort of thing... that somebody, like unscrupulous people at, say, a truck stop, you might be transporting them and they'll go, oh, I'll have them. So maybe we should rule them out.
See, I thought you were going to say that maybe they would create confusion because if these pants have little mementos of the place that they've visited stuck onto them, someone might go, hang on, it's been to Deniliquin, it's been to Dandenong, and it's also been to LA.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
That could be misguiding. You found something in the pocket of those pants. Isn't that always fun when you go through old clothes? Isn't it good when you find money?
That's happened to me this morning. You know that green jacket, that motorcycle jacket that I had on before, right?
Yeah.
Haven't worn that for a year, right?
Yeah.
Put it on this morning, $25 in the pocket.
Nice one.
Oh, it was like a little gift. And this thing here, what have I got in here? Oh,
what's that?
It's
a manual of some kind.
It's video camera accessories.
Is that a little just explaining? You must have been to a shop and picked it up on the way out. Thought I'll have a look at that later.
You know what I was after, right? I was after the Panasonic snow and rain jacket, right? But I couldn't get one anyway. Right, I'm just going to put the pants piece on hold for a second, right? I was after this, and I rang up the company, couldn't find it. Calling all people that work in digital video camera accessories, right? Yeah. I'm looking for either, right? It's the Panasonic Snow and Rain jacket suitable for the, I think it's the GS 150. Anyway, the product number, right, that I'm after, of course I can. What's the point of being on the radio if you can't write?
No, agree.
Right, write this down. Right, Snow and Rain jacket, right, for the Panasonic, right, and it's the VWSJ GS200.
You are going to pay for this.
Of course I'm going to pay for it.
Okay, I just want to
see. So
I'm just covering your eyes.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Yes. You thought that I was asking for this free.
No, I didn't think that's what I thought that other people might think that's what you were doing.
Yeah, no, I will pay for this.
Yeah.
But don't just knock one up, like in your garage, and think that I have to see the thing. Or the VWSJ GS50 or the GS55, right? It's a snow and rain jacket.
I'll tell you what, we'll put it on the website.
Yeah, if you could. Anyone that has one of them, I've been after one for ages.
Pants.
And yes, back to the pants. And I will pay for it, and I'll actually pay a little bit more for it because this isn't a commercial station, and therefore we're not allowed to advertise or in any way.
It's all right. I think we're out.
I just don't want you to think that I'm breaking the rules.
What about no? I'm trying to make sure that it's not a case of that. So I put them in the maybe pile because of the LA.
Yeah. So we've got the LA things there,
it.
And then these ones, which were my sort of regular, just everyday shorts. You can see they're a bit faded.
Where's the hole in that? Everything else has had a hole.
Well, there's no hole in the actual gusset because they're reinforced. But
can I say one of the most delightful words in the English language after trousers is gusset. I don't know why.
But they are ripped. You're right. They are ripped.
They are too at the back.
At the back, and the reason that was, I was in a Chinese restaurant in Perth, and I came out of the toilet a little bit quickly, and you see that thing there, that loop, yes. It actually got caught on the door handle.
And you ripped your pants.
And I walked out. Not only ripped the pants, it pulled me back into the toilet.
So to an onlooker sitting in the restaurant, it would have looked like there was someone trying to drag you back into the toilet.
And they just heard, that was meant to be a rip, but it didn't. It didn't rip. Oh, yeah, different.
All right, I reckon they're a goer. They are definitely, that's the noise.
That, and they're a little bit, I've ripped them more now.
Right. Where do you want them to go? Because I reckon they're
do you think so? More so. Look at this, because these are quite big, these ones. Look, they're a big one.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, let's go with those. Drawstring, green, khaki green pants with pockets.
And not only that, in the pocket, It's our old favourite.
Oh, it's a very important document that's gone through the wash.
With some hair.
Oh, no.
That's
gross.
That's quite unpleasant.
All right, let's see if that can get around the country with that still in the pocket.
Still in the pocket, yeah.
Okay.
And feel free to put things in the pocket as well. That's
Okay.
fun.
So where do you want that to
So
go?
what have we got?
We've
send
got
that up
east
north.
and west.
In fact, send that up north because I wore those on a trip to Ayers Rock there, the
Okay.
old Uluru. So,
Khaki green is going north.
and then we just need one more pair.
We need one more pair.
I think we should send these ones, the ones with the as I explained yesterday, the actual tear in the front.
Yes,
In the
that
front
you
section.
speculated may have been caused by your
My plum's acting like a wrecking ball.
plums.
So, and they've got green paint on them as well.
All right, so they're going south.
Yeah, send them to Tassie. That's
Okay.
a
All right, hang on. Let's put a note on this too.
So
right.
the NBA Lakers, anyone that's a Lakers fan, some sort of fan of the
Okay,
old.
so they're going south.
They're going south.
Right, we have north, south, east, and west.
The pants have been selected.
They have been selected. We are taking calls at the moment on 1300 055536. If you are in Melbourne and you can come into the studio between 12 and 3 tomorrow because you are travelling either north, south, east or west from Melbourne either tomorrow afternoon, evening or the next day. Is that what we're after?
Yeah, and I'm also thinking today, because we've still got, what have we got left of the show? We've got an hour and 20 minutes, something like that,
Yes.
right? I'm thinking in the last hour of the show, what would be nice? Just as a little touch,
Yep.
right? Obviously, at the moment, they're just regular pants.
Yes.
Before they go on their quest, I think they could do with being sort of in some way marked.
They
like,
need something that says Melbourne.
Yes, exactly. That's what we need.
Triple J Melbourne.
Yeah. So if you're in Melbourne and you fancy coming down to the studio, say in the last hour, to put something that represents Melbourne on the pants, give us a ring, come down to the studio. You know what would be good, right? What would be really good is if there's any art students or artists, for that matter, who could maybe somebody with fabric pens or
I reckon if you had a permanent marker, it'd
just a marker
go
pen.
a treat on
So
that.
if you got a marker pen, you're in Melbourne, you want to come down here, just join us in the studio for the final hour.
3,000 graffiti artists are currently
or
packing their bags full of paint.
Oh yeah, if somebody that knows how to do a bit of that could,
So we
us a
want
ring.
someone here today to
what
mark
time's
the
it?
pants.
Yeah, we need them here, within a half hour?
Do we want them to ring before they come, or do we want to give the lovely security man downstairs a mild aneurysm by having... Just rock up.
Just rock up. See what, yeah.
All right, we're going to have a chat to that guy downstairs.
Pretty much,
Just
yeah.
prepare him.
Or give us a ring in if
you feel courteous, give us a ring before you come and tell us that you're definitely coming.
Yeah.
Before 3, you've got to get here at South Bank. Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you this afternoon. And we've had a huge response. People willing
It's
to
gone nuts.
transport the pants of peace.
It's almost like people have realised, felt guilty about not owning chickens and having chicken transporting. Do you know what I mean? It's like I would feel the same way. I think, I wish I had a chicken. I wish I could get noble pecks.
Well, this
good and proper,
and good pecking.
Yeah, and so it's all gone off.
Well, the response has been enormous. One of the people, to give you an idea of what people are prepared to do. I have Brad on the line?
Yeah, I got you.
Brad, now you're in Portland, in Victoria,
that's
is that right?
Yeah.
And what are you prepared to do with the pants, travel-wise?
I've got a party on in Brisbane on Saturday night, so we're going to drive up there, and I'll be coming back, but I've got a mate coming down from Mackay, so he could probably pick him up in Brisbane and get him up as far as Mackay if you need it.
So you go Melbourne to Brisbane, he'll go Brisbane to Mackay?
Yeah.
As a possibility for the pants that are going... North?
Yep.
East?
Yeah.
That's right.
North, yes.
North on the East Coast.
Hello,
North on the East Coast.
Yes, that's why I got confused.
What's the party?
It's a 40th.
All right, okay. And is it a dressy up thing, or is it just a general get together, or is there any?
Yeah, I think it's a Mexican theme.
Because you realise that one of the conditions is that you have to wear these pants and have a photo of yourself.
Not all the time.
No, not all the
Guys,
time.
did you say they were?
They're big.
Which ones? Hang on. Which ones?
Which are going east? Check.
No, is it north or east?
Well,
North,
east.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
North.
well, they're...
It's the East Coast, I suppose.
Yeah.
East. Hang on. Which are the east ones? Oh, they're the jeans.
Yeah, the jeans big enough. What size are you?
About 32 waist.
Oh, easy. They're 36. They're 36.
You reckon?
Yeah. Have you got a belt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you only have to put them on to have the photograph taken. You don't have to sweat your nuts off all around the country just wearing a pair of my old pants. They're big ones, those. They really are.
I reckon we can manage that.
All right. Well, look, we've got your details. We're gonna. We've got those.
Top of the list.
Top of the list at the moment for that particular pair. So and you committed to this, Brad, aren't you?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
You would look after the pants. You would safeguard. Because this is the thing. We don't want people who are just going to run off with the pants.
Yeah,
I'm going to go down and get a little patch from Portland and sew that on them as well. So.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Sewing it
See, this is what we want.
Yeah, that's a bit special.
Okay, all right, Brad. Well, thank you for putting yourself forward, and at the moment you are at the top of the list for that particular pair.
Well, it wouldn't be hard at this stage, would it?
What do you mean?
Being in front.
Being in front?
Well, I'm the only one you've spoken to.
No, Brad.
Oh,
Brad,
no.
You've got no idea what's been happening in this studio. Amy Blackmar is
it's like
just
a call centre in here.
You
is
know,
that okay?
When you see, like, on the cartoons when people have smoke coming out of their ears and their eyes are bulging and stuff, poor Amy.
I'll tell you what it's like. You know, on them telethon shows, when they say, ring in, pledge your money, and you see all the celebrities and that on the phones and that going, that's what it's like. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for your call, Brad. I'm fading you down. Is that all right?
Yeah, no worries.
All
Thank
right,
you.
see you, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I like?
What?
I kind of like the idea that Brad thinks he's the only one who's offered. Like, he's got that sense of, yeah, I'm doing my bit.
No, but the thing is, though, what I like about him is he's got a sense of duty, you know? He's got a sense of purpose. In many ways, he's a little... I see him as like... You know in Lord of the Rings, when they light the fires?
Yes.
You know, and it's...
Yeah.
In the final,
Gotcha.
all the way along. I see him as like a kind of a hobbit, possibly, who's top of a mountain, keeping it dry, with a bit of, you know, with like a bit of yak's fur or something just over the, like a yak skin.
Just the caretaker.
Yeah,
Just kind of looking out for stuff.
He's making sure there's plenty of fresh wood.
Yeah.
Signal's gone off. Oh, Gandalf's having it large. Bosh. Off it goes. That's what I see him as.
I also like the thought of him sitting and very daintily sewing a patch onto your pants.
Yeah.
I like that thought.
I get the feeling he says it's a patch. I think it'll be more of a fine tapestry. You know, like sort of one of those... What do they call those things? Those things you put on the wall. Home Sweet Home.
Cross-stitch.
Yeah.
Cross-stitch or a tapestry.
Speaking of cross-stitch...
Yes.
Look at this. I'm glad you mentioned that. Just look at this, right? Listen to this, right? I've had this on the desk here since yesterday. 3-year-old Budgie named Young... has been named Young Cross-Stitcher of the Year. I thought it was... Yep. 3-year-old Budgie has been named Young Cross-Stitcher of the Year. Spike picked up the Cross-Stitch Magazine Award after picking up the habit from owner Sandra Batty. Sandra, 31, of Stevenage, Herts. That's in
As in, it's a place, or does she actually feel pain?
Yeah, Stevenage hurts. Come to Stevenage, it hurts. I'm the mayor. No, it hurts.
Oh yeah. I'm okay.
Who nursed Spike back to... Oh, no, I didn't read that bit. Who nursed Spike back to health after a food allergy almost killed her, said she would sit on my shoulder and watch me for hours. One day, she just sat and didn't stitch. It seemed to frustrate her. I just...
so she just sat there and didn't stitch,
and suddenly she picked up the needle and in her beak and began the cross-stitching herself. It was staggering, and now I can't stop her. Now, surely that's dangerous. If you've got a budgie who's out of control, cross-stitching everything
with a needle, out of control with a needle.
Exactly. A budgie that's got itself a weapon, and not only is it stabbing people randomly, but it's leaving quite a nice pattern as well. And a Cross-Stitcher magazine editor, Kathy Lewis, said, "We were amazed by the photos of Spike."
So this is, what was it named as? Young Cross-Stitcher of the Year?
Young Cross-Stitcher of the Year, because it went berserk with a craft item.
So it learned purely by observing its owner.
You've got to watch them budgies. They're in their cages.
Think of all the things that budgies observe. You might be at home, you might have a budgie at your place. Think of everything it's seen from its cage. Imagine what would happen if you just let it out.
And it just started doing it. There's people probably right now making sweet love on the floor of their living room in front of a budgie.
Not while listening to us.
I certainly hope so.
No.
In fact, I think that should be encouraged. In fact, I think we should have a special feature in the show. for courting couples.
I
You
thought
know?
you were going to say something else.
No, I reckon. I mean, obviously, you don't get a budgie involved. That'd be wrong. All sorts of mirrors are required.
But it just goes to show you what pets can learn. Because there was a story, I remember seeing a story on the news last year. It was one of those, cute animal stories at the end of the news book, about a woman who had taught her cat to use the toilet.
Yes,
So there was no kiddie tray. The cat would position itself, feet on the seat, drop it, flush it.
And that
off
was
you go. Thanks very much.
That was a definite story.
Yes.
That wasn't because in the film Meet the
Parents. Oh no, Meet the Parents or Meet the...
No, it's Meet the Parents is the
Meet the Fockers.
Yeah,
Is that
that's the...
Yeah. That was the sequel,
doesn't
I
it
think.
introduce it in the first? I think it does it in the first one.
Not sure, but I remember seeing that on the preview.
Yeah,
but this was
a
dead set
genuine
true
thing.
dinks.
Yeah.
A cat
That's
that
the
had been
thing, isn't
taught to do it.
Did you know George Foreman doesn't have any fingerprints?
You're joking.
Honest to God's truth.
How do you know that?
It's read it in a magazine.
Really?
Yeah. Obviously, news is coming up in a minute.
Yes.
And I thought, you see this suede covered book that I've got?
Yes.
I thought I'd give it a little stroke.
As
And I
you would.
stroked it, and it went, when it sends a little shiver up your arm, and it went, ooh.
And made you yawn.
And it just made me yawn. So, hey, kids, be careful of suede.
Now, the more astute amongst you would realise that it is nearly the end of the middle hour of the show, and as yet, no band quiz. We're pushing it to the last hour, so between 2 and 3.
We'll do it then.
And, brilliantly, someone has shotgunned the band quiz. Someone has rung up and says, have you got anyone for the band quiz? How about me? So
I thought you were going to say somebody's shot down here with some marker pens. Has anyone?
Not yet. We still need someone. You may be an art student. You might just be handy with a permanent marker.
Yeah.
To come down to the South Bank Studios.
You might have massive knockers.
Excuse me.
Well, because this is another thing I've got here. Look, a woman in Australia has become famous for her ability to paint with her breasts. Di Peel, first canvas sold for £5 and £10. Hang on, these are pounds. Dollars in this country. What's going on? Anyway, she's from Tasmania. She said, I either apply the paint with my breasts and lean onto the canvas, or put the paint on the canvas and then lean on and spread the paint. I sign every picture with my nipple.
Oh, bless her.
Wafted by the wing of a chicken afterwards. So look at that. There's an Australian woman who's painting with her knocker. So maybe she's got big knockers and you've accidentally spilled paint on them. You need to,
Look, if you're up for decorating pants and you can get to the South Bank Studios
against the window, that's wrong.
Of the ABC, between now and 3 o'clock, we need to decorate the pair of pants. Well, the 4 pairs of pants that we're going to send around the country. Just a small decoration to say that they started out in Melbourne.
Big job for one person.
You might use your hands, you might use your baps. It's completely up to you. 1300 0555 36, and in just a moment we'll be hearing the news. But before then.
Nothing.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you, and I believe it is time for our band quiz, Ross.
Certainly is, yes. Sorry, I was just taking my shoes off. I'll put them on again because I needed to nip out for a cheeky wee.
Now, we have had someone shotgun the quiz today. Someone rang up earlier and said, I'm doing the quiz at Savo. We said, all right.
Who is that?
Who is it?
It's Mimi.
Mimi, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Roxby Downs.
Roxby Downs.
Roxby Downs in South Australia. A
That's
very
right.
small mining town. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, no, that's right.
That sounds like something that like a pirate type of man would say. Like Shiver Me Timbers. Roxby Downs. Roxby Downs. I haven't seen that before.
I was on a comedy festival roadshow that travelled through Roxby Downs a few years ago, and
really?
Yes, we were virtually run out of town for using the hotel pool at 4 o'clock in the morning. That was not allowed. And,
well,
good one.
You're making out that Roxby Downs is some kind of hick backwoods.
No, you know what?
Unacceptable.
The town is delightful. The people of the town, delightful. The guy that ran our motel,
not so good.
I can't say
Hang on,
really.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, there was no sign for pool hours.
No, I reckon pools up here should be allowed to be used whenever.
Because it's bloody hot.
Yes. Yeah, I just got out of the pool, actually.
Nice one.
Oh. Were you trying to be a bit saucy there?
No.
Just got out of the pool, actually.
Now, Mimi, are you aware of... you've been very good in shotgunning the quiz. Obviously, you're aware of how it works.
Yep.
Now, if you get these right, and it's not one of them ones where, right, this is what you're playing for today, you can have an item of my clothing, right?
Oh, sweet.
And also a copy of my DVD, the Unreal Time DVD. You'll win that if you get more right than wrong. What do you fancy clothing-wise? What would...
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
Do you want
a
the LA
shirt or
Lakers?
something.
A
No,
what?
I don't do basketball. They're basketball, aren't they, or something?
Okay, yeah, basketball pants. No, you don't fancy that. There's...
No, maybe like a shirt or something.
A
Do you have
shirt,
any of
yeah.
those,
Yeah,
like,
what-
robe shirts or, I don't know, something?
I've only
Everyone
got one
wants
of
the
them.
Rove shirt.
Yeah,
Everyone wants
exactly,
one.
yeah. I got a feeling you want to just send an email to Rove. You probably... That's, you know... what have we got?
What
in there?
about that black and white striped shirt? That gig one.
Oh, I tell you what you could have. If you want something like a bit of comedy sort of memorabilia type, if you could have there's a New Zealand comedy festival free T-shirt. There we go.
The Big Laugh Festival.
Oh no, that's not
that-
New Zealand, is it? That's the other one. That's
Where's that?
that's Sydney, I think.
That's Parramatta, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's Parramatta. I don't even know. I get so many of these free T-shirts every day. There you go, free T-shirt. So do you want that? Do you want the...
Okay, that'll do.
Right, you're playing for a 2005 Big Laugh Comedy Festival.
What does it say on the back there?
It says
it's got a chicken.
It's a picture of a chicken, and it says
Chicken.
or
chicken.
it might be, yeah, and it says pluck 'em if they can't take the joke.
Okay.
Joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you're playing
So that's
for.
what you're playing
Excellent.
for. It's got a few little dog hairs there. Basically, you just got to say, is it a band? Is it not a band? If you're playing at home, get yourselves
Okay.
ready. Here we
Okay.
go. That's just me doing the thing. Right, here we go. Band number 1, Saucy Field Mice.
Saucy field mice. Not a band.
It's not a band. You're off to a flying start. Number 2, Living with Robert.
Band.
It is a band. Good one. Number 3, Trackle Mutts.
Who?
Trackle Mutts.
Trackle Mots. Band.
It's not a band. It was mentioned in the first hour. That's what...
See, we're on a time delay here, and I missed that first hour because I was... Anyway.
I see. Well, that's basically... it's a type of chutney from the UK, which people who aren't witches make.
And also, George Foreman has no fingerprints.
Yeah,
I do know that. I
Did
know
you know
that.
that? Yeah.
And he has 4 thumbs, I heard, too.
No, that's just an urban myth. But he does...
Spread it.
Don't mention the thumb thing, but spread that around. Here we go. Number 4, Fausty Jousting.
We'll say not a band.
It's not a band. Oh, you're good. You're very good.
Going
Here
well,
we go.
Mimi.
Next one. Take your time. Flying Eyes.
Flying Eyes. We'll say band.
It is a band.
Ooh, well.
Nice, yeah. Here we go. Next one. Tootle Shopping.
Sorry, what?
Tootle Shopping.
Not a band.
It's not a band. Next one. Spine of Fire.
Ooh, that sounds like some kind of heavy metal. I reckon it's a band.
It's not a band.
Oh, no, it should be.
Let's have a look. Next one. Old Men's Heads.
Not a band.
Again, not a band. Yeah, it was mentioned in the first. That's what chickens look like when they're debeaked.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Next, Jizzmag. Jizzmag.
Not a band.
It's not a band. The Caretakers.
The Caretakers band.
It is a band. Floating Scarf.
Not a band?
It is a band.
Oh, no.
Log Boy.
We'll say not a band.
It's not a band, you're right. Passover Dancer.
Passover Dancer. Not a band.
It's not a band. Fish Knife.
Fish Knife. Band.
Not a band. Bog-Eyed Dad.
Not a band?
It's not a band.
Oh, sweet.
Kazoo Spasm.
Not a
It's
band.
not a band. Vampire Lovers.
Vampire Lovers. Oh, that's really corny. Not a band.
It is a band.
Oh, damn.
Spam Hunt.
That will be Spam Hunt. Band.
Not a band.
Not a band.
Thumpnambler.
Who?
Thumpnambler.
Not a band.
Not a band. Two left. Spools of love.
Spittle of love.
Spools of love.
Spools of love. Band.
Not a band.
Not a band. Damn.
Here we go. Final one.
Last one.
Spanish Goop Band.
Spanish who?
The Spanish Goop Band.
Goop band.
Like G-O-O-P.
Band.
Not a band. You see, I feel like I tricked you there by spelling it out. By going, no, it's very specifically spelled like this, but it doesn't make any difference. I made it up.
You did well.
Yeah.
Mimi from Roxby Downs, you also did well because you had 8 wrong and 13 right, which means you win.
Nice.
Today's band
You've
quiz.
won.
How do you feel?
My friends going, woo!
Whooping and hollering in the background.
Yeah, that's another one of my friends up here.
Very good.
Karen. Say hi, Karen.
She's just said hello to herself on the radio. That's brilliant.
It's okay because we'll hear it in half an hour.
You will indeed.
Oh,
and what a
that's
thrill it'll
very
give
good.
you. Clever
Stuff.
So you've
clever.
won a copy of Ross Noble's DVD Unreal Time, as well as the is it the Big Laugh?
The Big Laugh Festival.
The T-shirt.
2005.
So hang on the line, Mimi, and the lovely Amy will get your details. Thank you for playing today's
Excellent.
quiz.
Thank you very much.
I'm fading you down. Yell out in the
Okay,
background.
I'll
You can hear
keep
yourselves
talking.
being faded
Yay!
down.
Woo! Faded down. Woo!
Nice. There's a lot of excitement there.
Back on hold for Mimi.
Have we got anyone here to decorate the old pants yet?
Not as yet. We are looking for someone to come to our studio. Not very long between now and 3 o'clock to get to the South Bank
45
studios of the
minutes.
ABC in
And get 'em
Melbourne
decorated.
in order to just put some markings on the four pairs of pants apiece.
Do you think people
Say
know
that
where we
again.
are?
Yes.
Because the emails
The
and the
ABC studios
the telephones
in
and
South
the
Bank,
emails go
in
nuts.
Melbourne, South Bank Boulevard. If you want to put some Melbourne markings on the pants that are about to be sent all over the country, we need you here before 3 o'clock, or give us a ring and tell us that you're on your way so we can just stop worrying about it.
People are mad for the joining in, but you ask people to turn up. I think
Don't be scared.
We're not mucking about here.
No.
Like, seriously, just come on down.
No, and speaking of all things George Foreman, no link there, just had to bring it up. Justin from Brisbane rang in to say that, did you know this, talking about George Foreman today, because we found out that he has no fingerprints. Do you know it's actually George Foreman's birthday today?
Get out of here.
Nah.
You're a joke.
I'm
hang
not.
on. So, is this a genuine thing, or has somebody decided
look,
to...
we're going to try and confirm
Contact
somehow.
George Foreman.
Well, can he still use a phone? He's still got fingers.
He tries, but he slips off.
Apparently Justin from Brisbane tells us, I have no reason to disbelieve Justin. He sounded very honest. It's George Foreman's birthday today.
Wow, I wonder how he knew that.
I don't know.
Is it in the paper? You know how in the paper they have, and celebrating a birthday today?
Maybe. Today's birthday's George Foreman.
Famous smooth-fingered cooking boxer.
Well, if you're listening, George, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to you.
I think yesterday we called a 1-800 number that was on... It was found in a magazine.
Dobber-Dog, wasn't it?
Dobber-Dog, found in Dog's Life magazine. Yeah. What we were after were numbers on the back of... Yeah, household products.
Yeah.
We thought we might do that again today. We've got a couple for you to choose from, Ross, because clearly I'll be doing the dialing, you'll be doing the talking. Would you like to speak to...
You do all the talking.
I'll just do the, slightly Muttley-esque laughing in the background. The delightful Karen was kind enough to send these two numbers in. Do you want to make a call to or about Caramello Koala, the popular chocolate, or another Australian icon, Cottee's Jelly Crystals?
Ooh, don't Cottee's also do the...
My dad picks the fruit that goes to Cottee's. Yeah, the cordial.
The cordial.
Yeah.
I'm fond of that. I
Well,
like the diet lemon.
Tough choice. Cottee's, Caramello.
Well, I don't want to diss the
Who you gonna
koala.
call?
I do like Blinky Bill with his... I like Blinky Bill's
Well, whichever one we don't call today, I'm sure we can slot in for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll call off air, just on our own time.
Yes. Who would you like?
I'll go for... What is it? Jelly Crystals?
Cottee's Jelly Crystals.
Yeah, give them a ring.
All right.
Let's see.
Well, you feel free to just
Who did I
fill in a
pretend
bit
to
of
be
time.
yesterday?
Robert Weasel.
That's me. Right, I'll say that I'm Robert Weasel. Jelly Crystals. Right then.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's your dialing noise, isn't it?
It is.
Yep. Oh, hello. Just hot off the press here. What is this?
Welcome to Cadbury Schweppes Consumer Services. Your call is important to us and an operator will be with you shortly.
You ready?
Thank you. Just a moment. Hello is low on fizz, so you can slam it down.
So we're in the system.
Solo is
Come on.
Good afternoon, this is Angela. How can I help you?
Hello there. I was ringing up about the jelly crystals.
Yes?
Right, and what it is, I'm a big fan of decanters, and I have many crystal decanters, but I was wondering, would the product be suitable for, if I was to try and make a decanter from the jelly crystals, would that be suitable for holding alcohol?
I'm not with you at all with this. So you want to make a decanter?
Yeah, I want to make a crystal decanter out of your jelly crystals, but I'm worried that I want to put alcohol into it.
How do you make a crystal decanter out of jelly crystals?
Well, what I was thinking was getting a soldering iron and just slightly melting the edge of each one and then sort of sticking them together. But I'm worried that the alcohol might eat into the actual jelly crystals themselves.
So you're going to make you're going to get a soldering iron.
Yeah.
And melt the edge of each jelly crystal.
Yeah, and then sort of stick them together like a tiny house.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Don't like your chances. I think what you might end up with is a sticky end of your soldering iron.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Could you recommend anywhere where I could buy a jelly-proof soldering iron?
A jelly crystal soldering iron?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if you got on eBay. How do you think you'd go finding a jelly crystal soldering iron on eBay?
Oh, on eBay, yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. Brilliant. Yeah. That's excellent. Thanks
Look, it's amazing. It's amazing, what you can find on eBay.
Brilliant.
Yeah, they sell... Oh, look, someone said the other day they were selling brains.
Brains?
Yeah.
Selling brains on
eBay?
Yeah,
that's right.
Wow. That's brilliant. Because I bought...
And if anyone needed one, you could buy a brain on eBay.
Yeah, I bought one of those George Foreman grills.
Did you?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah, good.
And it worked as well. I thought it'd be a bit dodgy, but it was a proper, the boxer fella. He doesn't have any...
no fat in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, know the one you mean.
No fingerprints at all.
No, there you go.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Perfect.
And you've spread the myth.
Yeah, look at that, you see.
My God.
Killed two birds with one stone right
That's
there.
Great. That was seamless. Work the George Foreman in.
Worked
that's how you got to do it. For those listening at home, you're thinking, how am I going to spread this George Foreman has no fingerprints myth?
But you know what was great?
That's how you do it.
You
ring
was...
1-800.
Yeah. But you know what was brilliant about that? It's the fact she clearly thought I was an idiot.
She did.
But what was great about that? She played along.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
She tried to help you. She tried to get you to buy a brain from eBay.
Where could I get it from?
Yeah.
Try on eBay.
Yeah.
I did think that was a little bit cheeky of her.
Yes.
Suggesting I didn't have any brains.
Yeah.
Suggesting I was an idiot.
But
that's not customer service. But at the same time, she's, the Cottage people.
Yeah.
I think put a tick next to their customer services. They've passed our rigorous testing process.
So for anyone at home wondering what would happen if you had a Cotties related problem, well, they'd help you. They'd do their best to help you.
There'd be a slight element of piss taking in their tone,
but they would do their best.
But ultimately, because some of them, you ring up. I've done it many times. Ring up, mucking about. Bang, straight off.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
They don't have the patience.
They don't.
Or the courtesy.
Exactly.
It's not nice to hang up on someone.
She was courteous. She was pleasant.
She was.
And if a little annoyed that I was wasting that time. Somebody here has suggested flying the pants from the ABC flagpole like the Olympic flame. And if the pants don't return, fly them at half-mast.
Ah.
Now, do they mean on the flagpole, or are they suggesting that I just drop my trousers?
Them at half-mast.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Well, we did have another suggestion for the pants, which are about, hopefully, tomorrow to embark on their journey. Johnny suggested that we put the pants on a kangaroo and see how far it gets across the country. Hoping that there's not a kangaroo cull somewhere in between here and its ultimate destination.
Yeah, especially if the kangaroo was shot and they just found a pair of my trousers.
Bloodstained
in the middle of a field. Because it's always difficult to explain that one away, I find.
Yes.
returning home with blood-stained trousers, soil
Exactly.
on your feet.
We have but half an hour to get someone with a permanent marker.
With a permanent marker pen. It's not a big ask, is it?
To
Really?
the ABC studios on South Bank Boulevard in Melbourne.
Calm down.
We just need to mark something Melbourne-ish. Just maybe you can even just write Melbourne. I don't know, on the pants.
Even, look, even if you say a media studies student that quite likes having the fact that they've been in a radio studio on their CV.
Exactly. Come into the studio, do it in the studio, on air, decorate the pants. If you're shy, you don't have to talk on the mic if you don't want to. We just want someone to scribble on the pants.
Just communicate through rudimentary grunting.
For the love of God, you have 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Almost exactly 30 minutes, isn't it? Look at that. 30 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, we're getting right down to the real nitty-gritty. It is just after 2:30. Ross Noble, Terri Psiakis with you.
You haven't let us down. You haven't let us down. Basically, coming into the studio right now, somebody has turned up at the South Bank. Come in.
Entering
come
the
in.
studio
Hi,
as we
hello
speak.
there. Grab a seat
Pop
just
those
here.
headphones on there.
You can have that seat there. 2 people have come in there.
All right,
hello.
there's only that mic working now.
Hello, who are you, sir? Tom and
Elise.
Elise. Hello, Elise. Thanks for coming in. You're prepared to do the decorating of the pants.
Well, something on them, I hope.
You can talk into that.
I'd love to.
They're the pants right down there. So now, you didn't actually bring anything with you?
I got a pen.
A biro.
Right.
No. So what we thought was, right, we've got... are you on a motorbike? It's very... What are you on?
250.
That's fine, just outside there. The Yamaha, down there.
I noticed that one. That's nice.
Yeah, shiny. Shiny. Yeah. They're my boots. Oh, no. Romanian. Now, I'd rather not, actually.
It's my friend's 21st. So
I would give you my boots, but unfortunately they're my favourite motorbike boots. If I had me crappy ones, you could have them. Right.
They're the pants.
So they're the pants down there. So what we thought was, right, we've got, what's it now?
We've got 25 minutes.
21 minutes?
By the time...
25, yeah. Right. What we're going to do, this is your challenge, right? We're going to give you some money, right?
Okay.
You have to try and get to South... If you're on a motorbike, it'll take you 2 seconds.
Go across the South Bank.
Go across the South Bank, find a tacky gift emporium, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we need 4 stickers or just something. Patches, anything. Well, don't say patches when there's a biker in the room.
Why?
That could, that's what the Hells Angels
is
wear.
it?
Don't rip a patch on the
not
Hells
those
Angels.
patches.
You'll be killed. So you give the money there. 10 enough, do you reckon? For 4?
We'll rustle up. I've got a bit.
I've got some more, yeah. There we go. Right.
For God's sake,
that'll be fine.
don't take off with Noble's money and not come back. That would be bad, and a nation would be after you.
Right. There's 20 there, right? So basically, you've got... have you got a mobile?
Yeah.
Right, quickly write your mobile number down on there, right? I'll move the mic so I can talk into it.
Basically, you're going to go and you're going to get one of those, crappy Melbourne patches or stickers or something from one of those touristy shops. There's one in South Bank.
Like a souvenir type of...
Yeah, souvenir thing.
Probably South Bank just there. I'll have some on there.
Yeah, or there'll definitely be something on
But
Flinders
you
Street.
literally have 20 minutes to get there.
To do it and get back.
And then, and if you do it in time, then you win some of my clothes.
Woohoo!
Cool.
All right, off you go. Quick, you've got 20 minutes, just under.
20 minutes. We'll ring you to find out how you're doing.
We're going to call you to check your progress.
Have you got the door?
No, it doesn't work.
The door's locked?
No, pull it. Just pull that door. Oh, we're going to have trouble if we can't even get out of the studio.
Go like the wind.
They're off.
That's magnificent.
They were really baffled when they walked out that door.
Quite confused,
they were like,
weren't
what
they?
just happened then?
Yeah.
We sat in there, they gave us some money and they sent us off.
Yeah.
What are we meant to
when
do?
When are we going to see them again?
That $20.
Yeah.
Gone.
It's not going to happen.
Gone.
Yeah.
You should have given them more.
What, like loads? I should have given them $100. There's 100... You know what I should have done? I should have given them $1,000 and said, just do what you want.
Just have a nice day.
Just go nuts.
Ross Noble, Terri Psiakis with you, the Savo, and we've done something that is just potentially dangerous.
Well, basically, I mean...
We didn't know.
Well, all I can say is, rocks me down, so I wouldn't have believed... you might have heard, and the challenge is on. We got 20... what is it now? 20 minutes.
We've got 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 20 minutes exactly. We've sent off Tom and... What was her name? Elise. I should write that down, really, shouldn't I? Elise. Tom.
They've gone, and
yes,
they came into the studio together, so we just assumed... It all happened very quickly, if you heard it. You know how quickly it happened. They came in the studio together.
We gave them $20.
Gave them $20.
We sent them off.
Go and find a Melbourne-y thing to put on the pants a piece.
It wasn't until Amy came in and told us that we've just sent off Tom, who is a fine arts student.
Yeah.
So he came in to actually decorate the pants.
Himself.
Obviously didn't have a pen, so
Yep.
that was tricky. But,
Yep.
the challenge is on, 20 minutes to get back here with the stickers.
Yeah, so we've sent a fine arts student off to get stickers rather than decorate the pants
and
himself.
I said, oh, surely, we were talking about it, because the excitement of them getting back here in 20 minutes, whatever happens, then hopefully they'll come back.
Yeah,
but
they won't just take off in 20 bucks.
So, yeah. But the thing is, it's like, I was thinking, ooh, they can do it. They can truly do it. And off they went. And we were discussing it, going, oh, do you think they can get back? He's on a motorbike,
Yeah.
And, as you pointed out, how is she,
Yeah, will she be on the back?
Will she be on the back? Has she got a helmet?
Yeah.
It was then that Amy pointed out they're not actually together.
They don't know each other.
They
just rocked up at the Melbourne studios at the same time.
We've assumed that they're a couple.
We've quite possibly assumed too much.
Yeah. And I think we could set them up.
I think we may be... Well, we could set them up, or we could be responsible for things that haven't happened yet and hopefully aren't happening as we speak. We do have Tom's mobile. Is now a good time to call him, or should we play a track and call him? Because
give him a quick call. Give him a quick call.
Is it wrong to call him while he's operating the motorcycle?
Imagine that.
I'm not...
No, well, the thing is, if he's got his helmet on, then we're not going to... he won't answer the phone.
He won't answer.
He won't answer the phone because it'll ring in his pocket and... Do you see what give him a ring.
Okay,
give him a ring.
Can I get a spare line, Amy?
Yeah, whack a spare line on there, and I'll just remind you that if they don't get back here within, we've got who have we got? Somebody, Joshua. He's going to Adelaide apparently. Leon apparently is. Hang on, is he going from Melbourne? Anyway, there's certainly.
Is that? Oh, what's
that
going
can't
on?
be right.
Who's that? Have I got someone? No.
Didn't happen.
No.
Nothing.
Didn't happen.
Okay, well, the countdown, we've still got, was it now, 15, 16, 17 minutes to go, and hopefully they'll get back here by the end of the show. Don't forget, we're looking for people to take the pants around Australia, and have we got...
Have we got him?
Thomas, please leave a message.
Oh.
Hi, Thomas. Hi, it's Ross here. Just checking. You're obviously on your bike.
Don't hurt Elise.
We didn't realise. We thought you were together. But hopefully you'll get back here. We're just wishing you luck. Go for it, my friend. We'll see you soon.
Okay. Right, we've done that.
Right.
Do you want to play a track?
Play a track. Let's. I'll stare out the window like a widow, longingly waiting for a soldier to return from war.
I tell you what, it doesn't rain, it pours in this studio.
It's all gone off.
We've got Tom and Elise off to decorate, or to find something to decorate the pants with.
Currently hooning around South Bank on a motorbike, two people who don't know each other, one of whom doesn't have a helmet. That can't be at all dangerous,
can
it?
Be responsible for all sorts of wrongdoing. And also, in the studio now, we have Leah and Russell. How are you?
Good.
That's good. You've just rocked in because where are you going tonight, Russell?
I live in Sydney, so I'm off back to Sydney tonight, back to work, back to reality.
You are offering to
transport Ross's pants to
beautiful. The way
studio.
you said it there was a slight disdain in your voice. Transport those dirty, filthy pants. Like they were toxic waste.
Yeah, they won't be going in my suitcase, that's for sure. But.
I think they're quite... Which ones are going east again?
East is the jeans. I think you can see them just over there on the ground, so the jeans. Are you going to be happy with with taking the jeans?
That's fine.
That's okay?
Except for the bit where, at the airport when they go, have they asked you to carry anything on somebody else's behalf? You know when they do that, the security check?
Oh, yeah, I get ya.
Are you flying?
I'm flying.
Oh, right. Well, that's great. When they go, are you carrying anything for anyone else?
I might have a bit of explaining to do.
Exactly. Just stand proud, hold your pants up and say, yes, I am carrying these not only for Ross and Terry, but for peace.
Okay, right. So if you want to... look.
What?
Look who's come back.
Hello.
It's Tom and Elise.
In you come.
Without wanting to be rude, we might get you to just scooch over.
You'll all have to huddle around. Oh, look at that.
Look, there's sweat, there's heavy breathing. What have you been up to?
The helmet has been handed over. That's beautiful. You have to be very careful throwing your jacket on a pile of my clothes. No, leave it there. But just be aware that it might be given away as a prize. How did you get on?
Did you get an introduction to each other? Because we didn't realise that you two didn't know each other.
We don't actually know each other. We just met in the foyer about 15 minutes ago.
She's a good runner.
We thought that you were together.
No.
And we didn't realise that you did fine art either.
I only did it for a year.
Oh, well, that's enough.
Yeah.
It's more than just... So
what have you brought us?
What did you get? So what happened
And
then?
is there any change from the money?
Yeah, no change. So what happened?
Actually, I had to put money into it just to make sure that we got enough things.
Oh, we'll reimburse you. So did you go on the bike?
No.
No,
you didn't
we
go on
ran.
the bike.
She said it was really short, and then we were running for like 10 minutes.
Oh, man, but you've done it. We've got plenty of time.
at that.
Relax now.
Time
We'll
to
get you some
spare.
water or something.
Yeah.
So what shop did you end up at?
We went to the South Bank complex. There's a souvenir shop there. So
Yep.
Nice.
we just ran in and barged in front of some customer that was waiting. And we're like, we're on the radio. You have to let us in front of you.
That's
No,
great,
it's-
isn't it?
Okay.
You've been in showbiz for a minute and already
Love
you're
it.
pushing to the front of the queue.
Oh my God, it's the Triple M fugitive.
We actually almost lost Tom's phone on the way. Like,
Yeah.
he dropped it on the way, and we're like,
Oh,
oh, crap,
man.
where's your phone? They're going to call us. And then on the way back, we had to actually
You've got a missed call from us.
I noticed that their phone is actually open there.
Yeah.
You didn't even have time to close that
So
down.
what have you brought us?
And then go on then, dive
us
in
through
and out of the helmet as well. It's like some kind of tombola type of thing. Oh, look at
A few different
this is-
things. So, Tom, I don't know if you want to say it.
Great Ocean Road, Australia.
Yeah,
And
little
our son
patch
with a
there.
kangaroo on it.
Yep.
An Australia flag.
Yep.
Flinders Street Station.
Flinders Street.
And
Winner.
also, we decided to get a keyring as well with a tram on it.
Oh,
Yes,
great.
because we can hook that into one of the little belt loops on those
in
pants.
fact, let's do that right now. Grab the pants.
Yep, we
There.
need the because Elise, Tom, this is Russell and Leah. They are going to be taking these pants to Sydney tonight. So maybe if you decorate the Sydney pair with the keychain, because we can whack that on right now.
Yeah, that can head up.
And then
in
we
this.
can have the first ever handing over of the pants.
Yeah, look at this embroidered bag. That's great, isn't it?
That looks
Do we have a
fantastic.
stapler? Because we do.
We do. There's one in the office. Amy's running out to grab one as we
Look
speak.
at that. Yeah, you can even hear in the
Can
background
you hear
the
thump, thump,
thundering
thump?
feet.
Not that she's a
of,
large girl by any means, but she's
no, not
running
at all.
very quickly and it's making a lot of noise.
But that is a bit lame, isn't it? The fact that Melbourne actually has an embroidered badge of a station. You know?
Of Flinders Street with a tram out
there
the
is
front
a
of
tram
it.
with no wheels.
That's
You obviously
brilliant.
haven't seen our spoon collection.
Ah.
Just Melbourne in general.
Yes.
Australia worldwide, Australia nationwide. Spoons everywhere. Ridiculous kinds of
Yeah,
spoons. which-
commemorating various landmarks.
Really?
It's an
Oh, here
entire
we go.
industry.
There's
Here we go.
Oh, look at that. There's
Stapler,
a stapler there.
sticky tape.
So let's tape. We've got the end of the tape.
Okay,
there.
this is happening live to air. We are attaching
Yeah.
the stuff to the
Trying
pants.
to find the. Oh, look at that! You can even.
Yeah.
This. I can't believe the
You've done
sweat
so
coming
well.
off you, Tom.
You have
It's
done
unbelievable.
so brilliantly well. A
You look-
nation is applauding you as we speak.
There we can't get
All right,
the thing.
we're
I'll-
attaching.
I'll try that there.
Should we play a
There we
track
go.
while we attach?
Yeah, let's do that, and
Let's,
then let's.
aptly enough, after
yeah.
all you've been through, Tom
Here we go.
and Elise, only a few minutes left of the program. Ross Noble, take us through what's just happened during that track.
We've the pants have been adorned. They're now ready, and they've all got stickers on them. They've got little key rings and the like. They're
Yep.
ready to go. I believe Central Business District of Sydney is where you're going to take it
Where
to.
Russell's taking them. So tomorrow we will look for someone who is going from Sydney further east, because this is the east pair, is that
Yes,
right?
yeah,
Oh, you can't
these
really
are-
go further east. You've got to kind of go...
To sort of north.
Yeah, we'll make it up as we go.
So,
along.
yeah,
Right,
so-
so someone will take the pants from you in Sydney.
Central Business District of Sydney tomorrow. If you can take them north, that's what we're looking for. Tomorrow we'll start that on the
don't
show.
call now because Miff will do her block. Give
Yeah.
us a call between 12 and 3 tomorrow, or hit us on the guest book of the Ross and Terri page, triplej.net.au.
Sorry, you have things to plug, your band?
Yeah, sorry. For all you metal fans out there, the world's greatest heavy metal band, Bangoat, are playing at the Barleycorn on this Friday the 13th. It's a horror theme, and yeah, it's in Collingwood on Johnston Street.
Okay, so that's for listeners in Victoria. And Elise, also our intrepid
Yeah, also
plugger.
wanted to plug an event happening on 29th of January. It's going to be electro breaks for majority gay lesbian crowd, but it's actually a straight friendly event. So
And where's that happening?
That's at The Loop in Myers Place, just off Burke Street in the city.
In Melbourne. Okay, well, that's the least we can do, considering what they've done for us.
Thanks very much, guys.
That is absolutely the
thanks
least
for
we
coming
can do.
in.
You have done a fantastic job. And also to Russell and Leah for coming in and for being our first pants transporter.
It's all on. It's all on for tomorrow.
It is.
And just
Join us.
remember, take care of yourself. And remember, George Foreman has no fingerprints.
He has no fingerprints to take us to the news. One of Ross Noble's, well, Ross Noble's featured artist, half man, half biscuit, with Tending the Wrong Grave for 23 years. We'll see you tomorrow.
Triple J. 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 Tri Triple J. Full J, 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 Full J.